Morning, Seahorses. This is Julius Dawson with your latest Seahorse news. It is Thursday, May 28th, and today is Blue and White Day. We challenge you to dress up in your BHS gear and send us your photos. Show us your Seahorse spirit. Each day, you will receive an email with this broadcast link and a form you can use to submit your fun images. It is our hope to bring you fun-spirited information each day with some familiar faces. Well, to kick things off today, here's Mr. Lodish to share with us some mind-blowing facts in our Did You Know segment.
Did you know that despite the Earth's rotational speed, we spin around this giant ball of gas at 18.5 miles per second? That's roughly 67,000 miles per hour, when the speed of sound is only over 700. Whoosh.
Woo! Thank you, Mr. Lodish, for sharing. Today's study buddy is brought to you by senior Habibu Noor. This is Habibu's 6-month-old niece. She's actually adorable. Thank you for sharing, Habibu. And the word of the day is brought to you by Miss Blethen. God bless you.
Hello, BHS. Today's word of the day is hippocampus. In classical mythology, hippocampus is a seahorse with 2 forefeet and a body ending in the tail of a dolphin or a fish. However, we all know that the true definition of a seahorse is a group of the most outstanding students and staff in the state of Vermont and the world.
Thank you, Miss Blethen, for the Seahorse spirited word of the day. Vermont is known for many things: maple syrup, Ben & Jerry's, Burton snowboards. But here are some interesting inventions and discoveries you may not know came from Vermont.
Hello, Seahorses. It is true. Vermont is known for all of those things, as well as our amazing covered bridges and stone walls. But did you know that the spring-loaded clothespin design was invented by David M. Smith of Springfield, Vermont in 1853? A few years earlier, in 1834, Isaac Fisher Jr., also of Springfield, Vermont, was issued a patent for his process of making sandpaper. Although the first recorded use of sandpaper was in 1st century China, when crushed shells, seeds, and sand were bonded to parchment paper using natural gum. Fisher's method called for using a sizing board as well as the movement of paper under the sieve for applying the abrasive. And lastly, let's talk about Wilson Bentley of Jericho, Vermont. In 1885, equipped with both his microscope and a camera, Bentley made his first successful photograph of a snow crystal. Bentley was the pioneer of photomicrography, the photographing of very small objects. It was especially difficult given the melting rate of his often chosen subject of a snowflake.
Who knew? Thanks for sharing those tidbits, Miss Skoglund. Here's one of our fabulous school counselors with our daily wellness tips. Watch out, Henry!
Great advice. Now let's check in with the history department for this day in history.
On this day in history, May 28th.
All right, so some of you know I used to live and work in the French Caribbean, and it just so happens that May 28th is a huge day in French Caribbean history. So leading up to 1802, slaves in the French Caribbean had actually been freed, but in comes Napoleon a couple years earlier, and what does Napoleon say? Nope, we're going to reinstitute slavery. So you can imagine the revolutionary resistance that spawns. Clearly, you're familiar with the Haitian Revolution. Well, that ends up going a slightly different way, where Haiti ends up as a free nation. Guadeloupe does not end up as a free nation. In fact, Guadeloupe is still part of France. But it ends in this way that is, I don't know, it's either heroic or it's insane, depending on your perspective. So Louis Delgrès, who has been leading the resistance against Napoleon, realizes in 1802 that he cannot win. So in the Battle of Matuba, he has basically 400 or 500 of his ardent followers. That's the only people he has remaining. So he gathers those 400 people together, men, women, the people fighting with him. And he also gathers the largest stockpile of munitions and gunpowder that he can possibly find. He huddles both of those together, his people and the stockpile of explosives, and draws the French closer and closer and closer, really until he can see the whites of their eyes. This is a suicide mission. Everyone knows it. And as it turns out, all 400 die. We don't exactly know exactly how many, maybe 400, maybe 450, but it is a massive explosion. The goal is to do as much possible damage as he could to the French, and I'm sure he did some damage, but he also ended the Guadalupean resistance. There you go, 1802. May 28th.
In 1742, the first indoor swimming pool was opened. On this day in the year 1900, a total solar eclipse occurred.
On this day in history, there were a lot of ups and downs. In 1918, Armenia is declared an independent nation. Woo! In 1937, the Spanish Civil War goes airborne as both sides use 70 planes to attack civilians. In 1974, a Northern Ireland strike ends, ceding control to the Protestants. In 1991, Ethiopian People's Revolutionary Democratic Front makes a push to end communism. And in 2011, the revolution will no longer be televised as author Gil Scott-Heron passes away.
On this day in history.
Wow! Number 715!
On this day in 1957, New York fans booed as the National League approved the movement of the Giant and the Dodgers to California.
Are you ready to go to California? Yeah. Let's go.
Thank you for those interesting facts about today. Now let's share our second study buddy of the day. Not everybody needs a living being as a buddy. For 12th grader Mira Gurung, Low P does the trick. Thank you for sharing with us, Mira.
Attention seniors! Monday, June 1st is decision day. Whether you plan to attend college, take a gap year, participate in an apprenticeship, join our military service branches, or enter the workforce, we want to hear from you. Send us a photo showing us your plans. Over the next several days, our Instagram page will also be highlighting where many of our faculty and staff went after high school. And on Monday, we will be posting your photos to our page. So use the link that's been sent to you in your email address to let us know what you'll be up to. And our final segment today is the quote of the day.
All right, Burlington High School seniors, congratulations on your graduation. My name is Joe Resteghini. I'm the principal of Champlain Elementary School. Many of you started your journey at Champlain as champs. I wish you the best of luck. And just remember, you miss 100% of the shots that you do not take.
Thank you for tuning in, Seahorses. Make sure to show us your school spirit by sending in photos using the link provided in the email sent from ORIAD. From all of us at Seahorse News, have a great day.